Hey guys, welcome back to Karting with Chris. Today's video is going to be the Heavies April League race here at Dallas Karting Complex. Now, the reason I'm in the Heavies class and not the Lights class, for those of you who don't know, I typically race in the Lights class. But for this event, the Lights class sold out very quickly. Usually I sign up the day before the race, and the day before the race I went to sign up, they were sold out. So, I got some lead sheets, and we're doing the Heavies race. Now, I don't remember exactly how much weight I put in the cart, but I got some lead sheets, as you can see right here. I put them in the bottom of the seat, so I'm sitting on top of the lead. I think it was about 40 pounds of lead right there. So if it looks like I'm sitting 3 or 4 inches up taller, that's because I'm sitting on a crap ton of lead. I also have my race suit on, not because it's cold, just because I need the weight. So looking into this race, we were able to make it to the pre-final, so we don't have to worry about the LCQ. And we were able to qualify in 6th out of 20 people for this pre-final, so that's pretty good. We're starting on the outside, which around this track is not that big of a deal. We are on the north track. If you don't know, the north track is quite slippery, so we do need to watch out for that. Never started a Heavies race before, so I don't really know what to expect in terms of carnage, but we're just going to play it by ear and just see how it goes. So coming out of the last corner here, flagman waves green, we're good to go. And it's the slowest start on the calendar here. These carts are not very fast. And going through the first corner here, cart number 23, kicking up water as he dips a wheel off the track. We gain a position there, lose a position to Tommy in cart number 13. Going into this right-hander, we get contact from behind, pretty big contact, spins us out, but then someone straightens us up, and we maintain 6th there. So that was quite fortunate. If you go back and look at that, we almost spun out, but then someone straightened us. Going through this right-hander right here, we get passed on the outside, but we've got the inside. If you go offline on this track, it's very slippery, so it's hard to maintain positions. But he is able to hold it around the inside, cart number 8. Like I said, I was offline on the outside there. You can see just how much understeer I got. I couldn't get the cart to turn in, so you don't want to be offline for too long. But then going through the chicane, cart number 8, I think he went in a little deep, and you can see I prioritized the corner exit. I'm able to pull on him going to this right-hander. He did tap his helmet. He wanted me to work together with him, but I can see he's making mistakes. You can see I am catching up to him. I get a good enough run going to this left-hander. I think I'm not going to work together with him. I just want to make my way through this pack. Kind of turns down on me going through that left-hander back there. And so we go 3 wide into this last corner up ahead. This is going to be kind of dicey, but we're going to have to let cart number 12 in front of us, and then we were able to pass cart number 8 going into the first corner. We've got cart number 12 on our outside, able to pass them. Cart number 12 is Sosa. I've never raced with any of these people before, but I know Sosa, and I know he's a pretty good driver, so I'm hoping that he's willing to work together with me. But I want to be the guy in front. I want to be the guy who dictates the pace. Now further up ahead, we're going to see just how slippery this track is when you go offline. Someone has spun it, and so I'm going to go around their outside. And right here you can see just how much understeer I get. And I tried slowing down because I knew I'd get that much understeer. Cart number 8 did bang into me, but he realized his mistake as cart number 23 kind of turns down on me there. I was clearly beside him. He still turned down, but able to keep the positions. We're up into 5th. We did pass the spun cart, so we did gain a position out of all of that. But good job to cart number 8. You know, he realized his mistake and he let me back in front of him. I was very fortunate of him. But now that I'm back in front of him, it's fair game, and he's allowed to try and pass me again. Now, unfortunately, because of all this fighting, as you can see, we're still fighting a little bit. The top 4 in front have gapped us quite a bit, and there's actually a large group of people behind me, so I want to stay in front of these guys, so that's why I'm not really working together, because I know that in large groups, if you start going backwards, your chances of going forward are very difficult, so you want to stay in front. I felt like I had pace. I just needed open track, and I've got the open track right now. The only complaint I'd have about this kart is that the bottom end wasn't that great. It sounded like the clutch was slipping a lot. I know most of these karts, the clutch slips because, let's be honest, they probably don't service these clutches as often as they should. But this kart felt like the clutch was a little bit worse than normal. Not that much worse. Obviously, I was able to set some decent lap times, and I was able to pull away from the carts behind. I don't have a rear-facing camera, but I was able to pull away from the carts behind. So we're on lap 3. We're going to skip ahead to lap 8 because the rest of this race really wasn't all that interesting. We can see up ahead that we have kind of caught up to the two in front. That's Chris and Tommy. Towards the end, they were fighting. I was catching them a tenth here and there, but they understood that if they fought too much, that I would catch up to them. And so they saved their fighting to the very end. And unfortunately, we're on the last lap here. Like I said, I was catching them, but not enough. And we're going to finish this pre-final in 5th place. So we skip ahead to the final race. We're going to start this race in 5th because that's where we finished in the pre-final. And if you look at my steering wheel, the steering wheel is round. Now in the pre-final, my steering wheel was rectangular because those are the newer karts. The round steering wheels means you have an older kart. And so myself and Sosa, the person starting to the right of me, are the only people on the grid with this round steering wheel. Now, I don't know what the difference going into this race between the newer karts and the older karts are, but we're soon going to find out. So exiting the last corner here, we're going to hit the gas. Flagman waves green, we're good to go. You can see just everyone kind of pulls away from me. I hit the gas pretty early there, and everyone just pulled away from me. And going down the straight here, you're gonna see the same thing happen. Everyone just gaps me like crazy. You can see kart number 20 passing me like there's no tomorrow. Through the corners, I definitely had a little bit of grip. So I think through the corners, these older karts made it have better tires on, I don't know. But yeah, down the straights, I instantly figured out I did not have the top end. So this race kind of went from an attacking race to a defending race. So going into this left-hander right here, I'm just going to try and fight every position I can. We have the inside, hold it on the inside, run out a little wide right there. Like I said, whenever you go offline, you tend to not have as much grip. And so kart number 5 passing us, getting the old switcheroo. But going through the chicane right here, kart number 5 pushing Sosa off the track. That's never okay. But we do gain a position out of that. We're back into 7th place. Kart number 4, that's my friend Chris. He's got good pace usually, so hopefully we can follow him. We're passing some people just because we're keeping our nose clean here, so we're up into 6th now. If we can pass one more, we can go back to where we originally started. But exiting the second to last corner here, we can see we've got the outside going to this left-hander right here. I'm going to try and perform the old switcheroo as this guy goes in a little deep. And so I try and get the cut back, but I just don't have enough of a run, or maybe I do. I poke my nose in to this left-hander. Wasn't quite enough. Like I said, don't have the run coming out of the corners. You can just see everyone just passes me going down the straight. So it's only lap 2, and I'm already quite frustrated with this race, and we still have 10 more laps to go. As you can see through the corners, like kart number 11 here, I felt like I was having to back off or else I'd be pushing him off the track. That's how confident I felt through the corners. But then once you get out of the corners and basically he straightens the wheel and puts down the gas, he just pulls away from me, like right there. And there's just not a lot I can do about that. So I just got to try and make up the time through the corners and hope that by the time we get to the straights, I am able to gain enough time for it to compensate. You see my friend Fid here in kart number 16. He passes me. I don't fight him too much. He's a friend. I know that my race is kind of over. There's no way I'm going to win. But he still has a chance at winning. So I kind of just point him by, say, look, you just run your own race. See if I can get behind him, maybe try and draft off of him. But again, coming out of the corners, he just pulls away from me. There's not a lot I can do. So looking back at this race, I don't know why they gave me this kart. They definitely had newer karts they could have given me, but I don't know why they decided to give me this kart. But it is what it is. We just got to deal with it. We're on lap 3, so there's still a long race in front of us. And really, in a scenario like this, you shouldn't really give up. Anything can happen. So you just got to try and push your hardest, and that's what I'm going to do. You're going to see me shaking my head a lot because I am frustrated, but definitely giving it 100%. So not giving up, but I know that my chances at first are pretty slim. So we're going to skip ahead to end of lap 4, start of lap 5. This first corner right here, I was easily full throttle in this kart. In the newer karts, that corner was maybe full throttle if you had the grip. But in this kart, easily full throttle. That's how slow we're going. Kart 30 passing us like we're nothing. Like I said, I am going to fight these positions back. I'm not going to give them easily, but I'm not going to fight them too hard because then that's just going to slow me down and allow others to catch up to me. So right here, try to get the cut back on kart number 30. He did park it on the apex quite nicely, so not able to do that. So we are down in 10th now. We do have another person behind us. I'm not going to go defensive. Like I said, too early to go defensive. I don't want to slow down that much. And so going through the chicane, kart number 3 is going to get around us. We're going to prioritize the exit of the chicane right here. And so you can see we get some good momentum going into this right-hander. We get 10th back, and we've got the inside. Like I said, if you go offline, it's very slippery. So, like I said at the beginning of this lap, I'm not going to give these positions for free, unless you're FID. I give the positions for free to FID. But kart number 3, he poked his nose through the inside there. I didn't expect it. Had to give him room for that. Going to this left-hander right here, he holds it narrow, goes defensive. Try to get the old switcheroo on him. Get a good run going into this first corner right here. Back up into 10th place. Like I said, first corner, easily full throttle, even when you're holding it narrow. And down the straight here, just got to hope that I get a good enough run. He's not going to be able to send it, and he doesn't. So this is actually a really fun battle between me and kart number 3 here. We're trading positions quite often. Like I said, through the corners I have the speed, but you can see just that's not even a straight, but since it's just full throttle, he's able to kind of pull on me. And right there, I had to actually move off to the side there, or else I was going to bang into the back of number 3. And so losing momentum, going down to 12th temporarily, but we had the inside for the corner back there. And unfortunately, because of that, number 3 has pulled away from us. So I'm going through these corners so fast that I'm almost banging into the back of people. But if you bang into the back of someone, then you just lose all that momentum. So that's why I kind of had to back off. I didn't want to give my momentum to him. And unfortunately, kart number 3 wasn't that bad of a driver. He was able to kind of pull away from me. But you see, I was kind of catching up to him here. He didn't pull away from me that much. But he was making mistakes. We're on lap 9 now. And going through this left-hander right here, he goes in a little hot. You can see he goes really wide, dipping a wheel on the exit. And now I'm much closer than I was before. I'm not right on his bumper, but I saw him look behind him. He's looking at me, and he knows I'm there. He knows I'm on his bumper. And you can see going through the corners, like I said, I've got the grip. I can definitely hold it around the corners very easily. And you can see right on his bumper now. So this race is definitely not over. We're on lap 10. It's looking like number 11 or P11 is going to be the best position here. And so kart number 3, again, making mistakes, going in too hot. So I'm going to hold it around the inside, at least try. This corner is a little difficult because it is full throttle, so he's able to hold the speed around the outside. I try and get the old switcheroo right here, but he parks it on the apex perfectly. And I got to give him credit for that because I wasn't expecting that. But I was able to have enough momentum to go on the inside of that left-hander right there. And so we're up into 10th temporarily. He gets the cut back on me, tries to hold it around the inside of the chicane. I prioritize the exit of the chicane. And so coming out the chicane right here, I'm looking to the inside. We're going to go side by side. I've got the inside. Hold it narrow, try and prevent that old switcheroo. And we're up in 10th. But then going into this left-hander right here, I leave the door open. I probably shouldn't have. And he goes on the inside there. Credit to him. I definitely left it there, and he went for it. This is a good battle so far. Going to this left-hander right here, he's going to have the inside. I'm going to look for the cutback. Usually people go in deep there. And so we see the flagman waving 2 to go. We've got the inside for this left-hander. Like I said, easily full throttle for me. And then going down the straight, I'm going to look behind me just to check on that gap. Didn't feel like he was close enough to go for the move into this right-hander, so I don't go defensive. I go in a little hot right here. A little bit of a mistake, and so that opens up the inside here, and he goes up the inside. Like I said, he has the speed, and you can see he just easily goes on the inside. And so now we're back down into 11th. This has brought someone from behind close to us, all this fighting. So there's one more person behind me that I do have to worry about. But I'm going to focus all my time and energy on kart number 3. We only have 2 more laps left in this race, or 1.5 at this point. But I gotta hope that he makes a mistake again, because he made mistakes before and he can do it again. But like I said, down the straights, I have nothing. You can see he's pulling away from me. And coming out of the chicane right here, the guy behind me, he's right on my bumper. And going to this right-hander right here, I guess he just brakes a little too late. He bumps into the back of me, pushing me out wide. He actually spun, and so I let him know how I felt about that in Italian.
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Wasn't too happy about that because I was pretty close to kart number 3. I felt like, had he not done that, I still would have been within a chance of P11. But, we all make mistakes, and so unfortunately, he braked a little late, bumped into the back of me, and like I said, once you go off line, it's very slippery out there. Fortunately for me, unfortunate for him, he did spin, so now there's nobody behind me. I don't have to worry about that, but yeah, we're on lap 12 out of 12. We're on the last lap, and the chances of me catching up to kart number 3 are pretty slim. And we skip ahead to the end of lap 12 here, and kart number 3 did not make a mistake. And we finish in P11. Not really where I wanted to finish. Could have been worse. We started in P5. Didn't get the best kart in the world. But finishing P11, I'm not that upset about it. I did end up getting a good race with kart number 3, so I was quite happy about that. Kart number 3, sorry I don't remember your name, but good racing, man. Really enjoyed that. So that was my first race in the heavies class. Didn't really turn out too well, but that really wasn't my fault. Got kind of unlucky with the kart selection here. If you want me to try this again, if you prefer I race in the heavies class, let me know. Maybe I'll do more of them, but you'll definitely see me back in the heavies class. I definitely want redemption for this race, but that's all I'm going to have for today. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, please do comment below. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.